Come out of the box.
Hello, YouTube. Cheers and welcome to The Basement. My name is Bruce Lively.
And I'm D-Boy Slim.
And The Basement is the first daily hip-hop debate show. From Tuesday through Friday, most weeks, we tackle the most intriguing topics in hip-hop culture and the world around it. So welcome back, Basement family. And it's time to revisit, shortly, the Troy Ave snitching situation. Thanks to the Breakfast Club interview a few days ago, we have a little more context, a little more insight, as given by Troy Ave himself. Does it make a difference? Let's talk about it. Today's question: did a Troy Ave interview do anything to prove his case? And with that being said, let's go. Touting Troy, man, you say it's all good. What do you think?
The difference is just now we've heard it from the horse's mouth. Mm-hmm. Before we were all speculating based upon what he said in the video about middle finger from the stands. So now that we've heard it from the horse's mouth, it brings a little more clarity to whatever you deem it as. Some deem it as he's breaking code. Snitching, cooperating, and informing are words that are used when you speak about somebody telling. However, myself, I don't think these words or those terms apply to Troy Ave in this case. Snitching, when you're writing a statement, either cooperating with the law already knows, whether that be federal or local. That would be you giving a statement, cooperating with the police already know, or you're informing them of what they don't know, giving out all type of information and details for them to either build and, convict the case or, at best, like I said, you build the case.
Which one was Troy Ave doing?
Neither.
Okay. And
that's why I said those terms don't apply to Troy Ave in this case. Let's go down to the first one.
Talking about what the police already know?
Cooperating, is that the first one I said? Telling what the police already know? Is that the first one I said?
Whatever it was, that was the definition you gave for it, yeah.
Right. So, if you're snitching on somebody and, like I said, he's already been arrested. From my understanding of a snitch is, when you've been apprehended or when you've been arrested,
mm-hmm.
in order to shorten or reduce your time,
mm-hmm.
you give up statements or you give up information or you snitch on the person whom is the suspect.
Mm-hmm.
In order to make that official, they must have your recording or a piece of paper that says this is what you said,
mm-hmm.
or it's just he say she said. This is what you said. There is no paperwork on Troy Ave. Period. The paperwork lies with the other party.
Mm-hmm.
That is confirmed. There was a fan of ours that said, "No, D-boy, you're wrong. He just wrote a letter stating something to his lawyer or whatever." That's wrong and that's inaccurate. It's public information. Look it up. Tax Stone has already implicated Troy Ave. He has already point fingers. He has already ratted. He's the only suspect. Like I said, in these circumstances, I'm gonna stay short-winded and make this short and sweet. I don't see where this is snitching. I don't. I mean, if you say, well, fundamentally him taking the stand, and if you point a finger at anybody, fundamentally that's breaking a code. A code of who to what to whom? So I've heard of organized crime where if you implicate and you say, yes, I'm guilty of this, if you take the stand and you're actually implicating the whole gang, you're implicating the whole organization. That's not what's going on. I'm trying to think of different examples and different analogies as history has taught us, where you say, well, him taking the stand, it jeopardizes this, or it does nothing. The only suspect in the case and the footage that they have is of Troy Ave and Taxstone. Banger is dead. He's already implicated himself and said he brought the gun into the club. There is no telling. There is no telling. You're Troy Ave? Yes, I am. Is this the guy that you fought? Yes, it is. Case closed. Case closed. Like there's nothing else to it. So we gotta.
Did he shoot your boy? Yes, he did.
We gotta redo. They already know that. They have footage. This is what I'm saying. They already have the footage.
You said last time that the footage had the gun in Troy Ave's hand.
I don't know.
And so that's why
the gun went off. I took the gun.
So they don't know who did it.
I took the gun from him.
So they don't know who did it.
Obviously they do, because he's arrested. He's the only one arrested.
What's he understand?
He's the only suspect.
So what's he understand for?
He's the only suspect.
So what's he understand for?
Because he was the one that took the gun and punched him in his face. That's why.
To cooperate.
That's why.
Okay, so listen. Understandably, I hear your point. This is a show in response to his interview on The Breakfast Club, and the question is, did Troy Ave interview do anything to prove his case? The case is still the same. No, he didn't. If you're talking about the legal case, no, it didn't do anything to prove that case, and maybe that's by design. You don't want to talk about that on radio. Did it do anything to prove his case in the streets? No, also it did not. And I'm going to read to you something, and I'm done, people. We can't beat this dead horse any longer, but y'all want to know, you asked for it, and here you get it. Bruce Live is going to tell you. He said, I'm not going to jail and sit in jail for nobody. No, Troy Ave, you missed the point. You're going to sit in jail not because of nobody, because of you. Because of you. Because you choose a lifestyle that gave you all the glory for being a gangster, and then when it comes to paying the consequences of being a gangster, as if not talking, even when it means you have to go to jail, all of a sudden the consequences and the rules no longer apply because you're just too real at that point. You said in the Breakfast Club interview that we gotta grow and grow past this. It's funny, it's so funny that in the same song that we're talking about, you talk about how you do murder all the time. Exact lyrics, I do murder and don't get found. If they dead, then who's talking? You say that. You want other people to grow from these ridiculous, I believe you called the streets a myth, but still get the glory and the chains and the hoorah and the hoopla and get invited on people's shows because of this myth that you portray? Unacceptable. So all of a sudden it's a myth. The streets is a myth. Then everything that you was talking in your stuff, calling yourself the new Pac, every time you tell me that you do murders and don't get found and all this other stuff, I have to understand now that it is a myth and a fakery, and that's how you view it. If that's okay, if you say that, that's what's up. All I was saying was that wasn't how you portrayed it when you did it. My song says it like this.
When you tell them, oh yeah, listen, you can get all this money, you can do all the street shit, you can shoot, you can bang, you can sell bricks. And at the end of the day, all you gotta do is testify, and you ain't gonna really suffer no consequences. You're gonna come home, and you're gonna live happily ever after. It's like a soldier that go to war. They don't sit there and say, look, I ain't gonna die or get captured by nobody, man. Because they understand what comes with the job.
You understand what comes with the job, okay? When you're in the streets and you brag about the streets and you make albums about the streets and you call yourself the new Pac, one of the things that happens, no matter what somebody else wrote, is inconsequential. For you to say that I'm okay with it, didn't say that he did. The point is the idea that we're talking about. He never said it, and in the interview he never said that he actually took the stand. He was saying he was trying to change the minds of the people so they can think something different. How convenient now, after getting all the glory for being a street nigga, that you can just come out unscathed because you feel like changing a rule when it applies to you in your prison time. Because, hey, I'm not going to jail for nobody. It's not for them. Those are the rules you signed up to when you made that album, when you made your first sale, and when you stayed on the streets. That you know that even if somebody tells on you, you have to stay true to the code, and you have to believe that the code is going to follow you, that he'll get hit up in jail somehow, or the glory that you got for being that hard. The truth is, none of this is good. We all know that now, those of us who aren't in the streets. Those of us who were in the streets and got out. We know it's not good, so we promote that as often as possible. It's not a myth. It's very real. To those people who decide to stay in, and the consequences of that is that you don't get to be the guy on the stand to point out the shooter just because he shot at you or your boy. That's the unfortunate part. It's stupid, but it's the rule that you got the glory for living by. If you didn't have to live by those street rules, you would just be another nigga. The rules apply. It's not a myth. He did not prove any case to me.
Yeah, let's wrap this up. First of all, as far as getting props or being glorified from the streets, that matters not as much as him making money out of the streets and transition.
That's the glory. That's the gold I'm talking about.
No. You're talking about props because somebody
part of it.
Giving him props or lack thereof has nothing to do with his pockets. Nothing.
Okay, so let me let you know what I mean.
I'll let you.
Not only the glory, you get the change, like I said, and everything that he got
comes from the money that he earned out the streets. That's the reality.
That's what I'm saying.
That's not a myth. That's a reality.
That's what I'm saying. That's
a reality.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the reality.
That's
so
what
there's
I'm
a
saying.
difference. There's a difference. You're talking about props. We're not talking about
I'm talking
props.
about the props.
You're talking about, he conveniently said
streets.
this now, and to the people, it matters in the
What
streets that you call a myth.
I said
the myth is that, when you take the stand on somebody that's already snitched on you and tried to kill you, you're breaking some type of code. That's a myth.
You happen to be. No, you can't choose the myth.
That's a myth.
You can't choose what myth you want to talk
my son
about.
talking about. Because my son ain't been through what Troy Ave going through.
He went through his own, and he had to go to jail for it.
So he did what he needed. He felt was right. Bottom line, it's already documented.
Yeah, you're right. That's the whole point. Do what's best.
We gotta be a grown man first.
For you.
That's what he's saying. Be a grown man first before you want to honor and talk about
said that
what
and
the
all the other
streets
stuff that
is.
he's
He
been
said
telling
that on the
everybody else.
Breakfast Club.
You just realized that after you told everybody else the wrong thing. Be crap out of here.
I always told you I did what I had to do. Bottom line.
With that being said, people, that's the wrap up. And I think we've gone over this as much as we can. We won't be talking about this again until it goes after the court date and everything is done. We heard from both sides. What do y'all think? Leave your comments in the comment section right there below. Let's get to these shout outs. Lisa Parker said, really great. Bam. Appreciate you, Lisa Parker. Thank you. I told you I was going to shout you out and I did. Zinke Tommy, or Zinke Tommy, one of them. I know you had some other stuff you wanted us to say. I couldn't find that, so I just wanted to shout you out. Great videos. Keep up the good work, he said. Psh, facts. Arthur Buckle said, oh yeah, okay, well I'm not going to read everything that you said, but Arthur Buckle, you get another shout out. You said that Laura's comment was plain dumb and she should have kept it moving. That's right. Abdul Mamoon, this is like your third or fourth time. I remember that name. He said, again, talking about Laura, said she's just a Trump dick rider. She can be stupid for him and racist for him. Love, guys. Once again, salute to you. To all you guys, man. Abdul Mamoon, Lisa Parker, Arthur Buckle, Zanky Tommy. Appreciate you. Keep leaving those comments. We'll keep shouting you out. Keep getting them beats from Team Box Cutter. Go visit our Patreon page. All of that. Listen, happy Tuesday. Wednesday's coming up. The rest of the week's gonna be crazy. What you gotta say?
It's a wrap. We off this.
Peace.